Hopefully people.
Hi, everyone. Look at that. We got 15 people already. Fantastic.
Awesome. That's what we like to see.
Absolutely. Starting off, welcome everyone to the announcement. We're going to say welcome again. Buckle up. For the people out in the chat right now, if you have any comments or where you want to talk to any of the judges or ask any of us any questions, please feel free to throw your information or your question down in the chat, and we'll see them.
Yes, please do. Say hello.
And
I'm currently trying to pull up YouTube as well, just so I can see it, I guess.
you should be able to see the live comments on the StreamYard app.
Oh, nice. Cool. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just wants me to connect to my YouTube account. I better do that. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, yeah, I can see it. Wicked.
Yes, there's definitely a delay in YouTube. It's something along the lines of 40 seconds or something like that, I think.
Yeah. I think that's always there, isn't it?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we'll just give it 2 more minutes, and then this thing is gonna pop off at the speed of light. This thing, we've got a lot to cover, and you know. Oh,
on the chat now we got Roadrunner. What's up, Roadrunner? Thank you for joining us nice and early. Kamchaka, what's cracking? Diego Riziti, sorry. What's up, man? Ricardo Tyfurious, how you doing, bruv? And Joe Haddad, welcome, guys. Welcome everyone else out there that's not commenting. Good to see everyone.
welcome.
We're all excited, I know. Right? Very excited.
What's more important, this or Disneyland?
Oof.
Tough choice.
Yeah,
I've never done Disneyland, but I've done this every year since it started. So,
Oh, cool. Yeah. Hi, guys. There's loads of names in here I recognize.
Oh, Tiago, what's up?
Great.
Peter Fody, what's up, Peter?
Peter is a good guy. Cool dude.
9 thumbs up.
Henrik, I know that guy, I think.
Yeah, he's been around a couple times, right?
He's okay. He's okay. Yeah, if we give it another, we'll give it to 5 if you want, and then at 5 minutes I'll start my spiel, and then that'll give enough people time to either connect or leave. After I've said thank you, they'll be like, "I'm not staying around for this. I'll watch it back later."
Here we go. Here we got a few more people. Stanislaw, Karnecki or Zarnecki? I don't know how that's pronounced properly, but what's up? Welcome. Marco Brennigan, Armament Factory. Every time I see the little prompts that say the gifts that they can send in the YouTube chat, because it just gives us what the text is for it. I always think anything with a hand. I always think John Cena. I don't know why. I just
want to go and look at them. I'm just want to go and look at them now and see what they look like. It's more of like a peace sign, really.
Is it? Yeah, just doing this. Yep, hand purple blue peace. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good. 27 watching. That's cool. That's great. Love it.
Heck yeah. We're right about there. Your 5-minute mark, my friend. Hey, what's
all
up,
right?
everyone?
Okay, right. I will do my spiel. In fact, on my list of stuff to do. The first thing is everyone says hello and introduces themselves.
Oh snap! All right, well we'll do that.
So we may as well start with that. Yeah, it's up to you, Brian. In which order? There's no order on here. So.
Why don't we just go clockwise, starting with me? Hi everybody, my name is Brian. This is my channel. Been working with John doing the contest and helping behind the scenes a little bit here and there. It's been fantastic to be here. I'm happy to be here. Welcome. Yeah.
I do the competition every year. I never know what to say. And I have the pleasure of working with these guys here and seeing all the work that you guys do. So I am very grateful, and I'll kick it over to that way, Black Lotus on my left.
Hello, I'm Black Lotus. I'm with Cam from the beginning, behind the scenes, doing this and that, and I'm happy to be here. Over to Kram next.
Yeah,
butchering the names.
Butcher mine if you want. I'm a relative newcomer. Participated last year in the pro and had a fairly nice result, which resulted in me getting to have the honor of judging the Crop Cup challenge, which was in a way my idea as well. So I'll do that, and then I'll skedaddle and watch the rest of the show from my couch and cross my fingers. And it's a great pleasure to be here with everyone. Everything's so cool, so cool.
Welcome.
That way. Next one, Chris. Sorry,
Chris. Well, I'm Chris Pabs. I have no idea why I'm here. I'm first of all, I'm honored to be here, and secondly, I'm really excited for you guys to see all the entries and all that stuff. So, happy to be here. Over to Richard. On my left.
So hard, isn't it?
Your left, my right. Well, hi everybody. Richard from the Netherlands, and some people know me as Plain Ries. I've been in the contest from the first edition. I skipped 1 year, I think 2 years ago, and I'm working a little bit helping Jonathan on the Facebook page. So and very curious about all the entries and of course who's the winner and who's not. And then the next.
Hey guys, it's Mac Designs from Manila. It's 1 a.m. right now, so let's all drink some coffee.
Amazing.
I'll join you.
So obviously Angelo, one of our esteemed judges, and Chris, one of our esteemed judges. Thank you very much. And Crum as well for the Cup being our judge and creator, but we'll talk about that a little bit later if you like. Right, I will do my spiel. So either stick around for 10 minutes or, I don't know, do your ironing. So thank yous. And you start by saying thank you because so many people help with the competition, dedicate their time, generosity, and all that jazz. So we will start with the sponsors for this year. Huge thank you to AO Mecha, Armored Komodo Heavy Industries, Army Painter, Design Studio Press, Display, Godhand, Green Stuff World, JL Gunpla UK, Calamity, K-Scale Models, Mech Designs, Angelo, Mecha Decals, Plain Ries, Richard, thank you, Samuel Decal, Scientific Models, and the Scale Modelers Supply. So that's our sponsors, and all these prizes, which are mental, absolutely crazy, the stuff we've got to give away. Every year it gets bigger and better, but the shipping costs increase. But I'm more than happy to see the winners take these home, and we are going to allocate a lot of prizes. So stick around if you don't win in the main top 5 of the categories. I want to say thank you to our judges for their time and expertise. So Angelo, so Mech Designs, thank you, sir. Chris Pabs, who's also, they both dedicate their time today with us. Emerson Tung, Henrique Ventura, who's on YouTube as Cut Transform Glue. We've got Luca Zampriolo, of course, and finally Scott Robertson, who's also donated some prizes. So thank you so much to our judges. It means a lot that we would have. What makes a competition reputable is our judges, to be quite honest with you. And having those people put their name to the competition means a lot to me. It means they believe in it, and I'm very, very honoured that you would do that. So I apologize for this next thing because it'll probably take a while, but we have a Patreon, and this is what helps fund the competition every year because it's not free for us. You know, it's free to enter, but there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. And I wanted to personally thank every single patron because I don't recognize them enough. I wish I could do more to really hold them into the spotlight and say thank you to those people. So I'm gonna run through every single name. Okay, so thank you to Ben Palmer, Roberto Casalini, and again, apologies if I butcher anybody's names. Jewel, Mick Zame, Austin Watt, Brian Denclau, you might have heard of that guy, Fabrizio Bonifacio, Hazim Murad, Ashley Cole, Choco Falcon, Edward Woods, Planeries, Black Lotus, Peter Fotti, Fabio Angelini, Ultra, Sour Brambles, The Dark Power, Rodolfo Rupoli, Elland, Javier Lamata, Zamorano, Lynette Meyer Putlitz, Mevemx, Austin Booth, Colin Lube, Nemo, Tyobot, Henrik, who's with us, Kathy Millett, Damon Davies, Flying Grizzly, Roborovsky, and lastly, Millie. Thank you so much to all the patrons for their financial investment into the competition. I cannot tell you how much it means to me and everybody that's involved. Without you, I need to say this and stress it, without you, there wouldn't be the trophies that we make, there wouldn't be the website, there wouldn't be anything. So I genuinely, the competition is because these people have dedicated, some financial support. And if you would like to join the Patreon, there is a link below, and it's just set at £1. So I don't know what it converts to in your currency, but £1 per month. And if we can get the majority of the group involved, next year we can make it even bigger. We could have bigger cash prizes, because what we tend to do is try and put everything back into the contest. It's not a money-making scheme. As you'll see this year, there's over £500 worth of money going back out into prizes because we push everything back into the competition. Lastly, I would like to thank the staff. Brian, Richard, Black Lotus, Ultra, Crumb, Mick, Zame. Unfortunately, he's had to step away from the contest for personal reasons, but I am extremely grateful to everybody behind the scenes that keeps this thing running and dedicates time to making sure the Facebook group runs smoothly. And it's just important that these people, and like you guys, we just recognize that a lot goes on, and I am extremely thankful. And I don't say it enough, and I wish I did. Lastly, thank you to everybody in the group who, shares their work. They might not take part in the competition, but they share work. They inspire others. They drop comments and say thank you, and inspire others. So thank you to everyone who posted in the group and everyone who's taken part this year. And I think that is all my thanks. And we can start by looking at the Cup entries. So I'll look at getting those up. But yeah, thank you for listening to me for God knows how long that was.
That wasn't long at all.
Good. Tried to make it
riveting stuff. Riveting.
Maybe not the most riveting, but absolutely important. Every single person that contributes to the Patreon really makes it easier for us to ship stuff out. I helped John ship packages last year. It costs a lot, and we want to make sure that we can distribute.
That's the thing. Sometimes what happens is sponsors will just send prizes to me or Brian, and then we have to ship them out to winners, and the cost sometimes it's almost double what you're sending sometimes. I'm more than happy to pay that cost because I want this thing to keep going, and I'm very passionate about giving back to people who work really hard on these things. So we're going to start with a Cup, which was the brainchild of Crumb. And he's with us, thankfully. And he was the judge for this new category. And it's kind of like a side quest, but it's also, cool. If you were scared of joining the main division or something and you just wanted to take part, the Cup is the place to begin. So I will share the images, and what we'll do, we're going to go through the entire division because there's not that many entries. We're around 12 to 13, which is great for its first outing, but we'll go through all the entries to go through the Cup, and then when we get to the top 5, that'll be like the top 5, and then we'll count down from there as well. So if I share, hopefully you can see this. There we go. And this first entry is from Bots to Beasts, and this is called the Die Automatic Globus Kriegsmaschine. Apologies if I butcher any names, by the way. Anyone else is more than welcome to share their thoughts. Crumb as well.
Great build, great colors. I didn't immediately recognize the mandatory part, so to speak, but upon visiting it again, I'd like to say as well, it was harder than I thought. Great creativity in none of these entries, so it was great fun, and happy to see so many actually participate in it, and hoping next year we'll get another chance to do it again, hopefully.
I love this pose. Just balancing on one leg. Awesome.
It's really giving me like Alexander the Jar Warrior from Elden Ring, if anyone out there knows that game.
I don't know that.
Vibes. It's awesome.
But yeah, apologies if we move through these things quite quick because we've got a lot of entries to talk about. So, you know, we do appreciate everything. I really like this. I like this take. I like the weathering. I like all the incorporated things. The spoons for feet. You know, I like the brief of the Cup challenge. It's so good.
Having seen all the entries before, luckily, I thought all the entries were kind of cute. I don't know, it's the shape maybe, or I don't know, but
Sure.
they're all kind of cute.
So this next entry is from Colin Lube, and it's called the Flashenhals. I'm struggling to say it.
Flashenhals, I think.
Sorry,
it's
yeah,
called.
exactly. That's it. I love Colin's stuff. I think he's really cool. I love he's got a very distinct style. You know, I love it. It's really cool.
Fabulous textures, right?
Yeah. Different take on camo as well. So different colors, things you wouldn't, you know, normally see. I like the little dio as well with the people for scale. I think that's really cool. Next up, we've got Kenneth Smith with his Cup bike. I'm getting real Tron vibes with this thing, and I love the lighting and the LED on the brake at the back. That's really cool.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, really cool.
Good sheen, right?
Yeah,
that metallic
yeah.
sheen is fabulous.
Really nice, yeah. Really
I
cool.
think what the photos don't show is the scale of this thing. This thing is like very, very small.
Absolutely, yeah. It's difficult, isn't it? So, Crumb will be able to fill us in on the exact measurements. What's the measurements that people can use?
15 by 15 by 15 centimeters, which is 6 by 6 by 6 inches for the heights and width and length. I think it's called in
Yes.
your language.
Yeah.
So I guess the base here is 15 by 15 centimeters. So it's fairly small actually. Great photographs as well.
It's really cool, isn't it? Really, really cool. I think it's there. You go.
Yeah, there we go.
For reference. And quite a few of the work in progress did have like tape measures to prove that it was in the scale, which I think is really cool. And I really appreciate everybody that I really like this idea, and Crumb's got some really exciting things planned, I think, for the future. Whoa! Sorry, that went a little bit mental, didn't it?
A little scrolling.
Sorry, guys.
Nice.
The next one is Mario Mascarenhas and his pest control. Sorry if that went mental. I really like this. It gives me sort of like Portal vibes, you know, like the little droids and things.
Yeah, like I always like quad mechs.
Yeah.
It
Do you know what? Even at this scale, it still looks quite functional to me. It looks like it probably could move around and walk around.
This reminds me the pod in Jurassic Park movie, but with the
Yeah.
horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would work in that universe as well.
Yeah, I really like this one. I'd like to see more from Mario, to be honest. I'd like to see him enter again or enter into the main division, because I think he's got a really good eye for this sort of stuff. I think that's I think it's cool, really cool. So next up we've got this this is one of my favorites. Bear with me. Oops. go. So this is Travis Chappelli with his pulling a mecha rabbit out of a hat. So you'll notice that the hat is the cup, and the rabbit is really cool. I think, like you can like see the spoon here, and I like the image with the hand there. That is so cool. What do you guys think?
Very meta. I loved it. I think I nominated for a most original idea award if any existed. I really like it. Me using the cup as a hat, not for the make itself, but for the presentation. Beautiful.
It's really cool, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
for me, that is like I like that image as like a poster for the competition because it's just it shows originality, but it also just shows such great creativity. And when this came into my email inbox, I was really like, I love this thing. I kind of want it on my desk, like a little mecha rabbit coming out of a cup.
I like this layer of weathering here. It doesn't look flat, so you have this sense of depth of each layer of the armors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the melted spoon, like the long part, like really creative, kind of. Because I mean, I think that's what sells it as the rabbit. I think the ears. So
Yes.
having it
Yeah.
like having the melted kind of floppy look, and then having all that detail inside it too, just like beautiful touches.
Yeah,
Great.
it's so cool, isn't it? It's really cool. That one definitely brought a smile to my face. Well done. Well done, Travis. Next up, oh, sorry. We'll just get through a few more of these pictures.
You gotta have an
shown
air
it off
filter
in
now.
its- I should have shown it off
Amen.
in its full glory, shouldn't I? I should have moved past it. Next up, so this is From Scratch is the builder, and it's in numbers and letters, but Observer is the gist. Pretty cool. I love that. I love like little dioramas and things and vignettes, and putting this thing into a universe and seeing it. Look at this. I like to be able to zoom in. Yeah. Just it looks purposeful. It looks like it was made for observing, recording data, sending it back, transmitting it on. Kind of love the structure of the legs as well. Something you don't often see. This huge long limb.
It looks functional, like you actually walk around in a field observing or digging or whatever it's doing. It looks semi-realistic, actually. I like it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Again, fit into that small scale that we've got. So we're moving into now the top 5 for the Cup. And what I'll do, I'll shut up and I'll let Crumb, the judge of this division, talk to you about them. So I'll announce them as we move into them. So first up, we have Marco Sherman with his Turtle Drone Scout. And I'll move the pictures along, Crumb, and you can tell us what you thought.
This one earned the 5th place for a very, very neat paint job and a very straightforward use of the cup and the spoons. But it looks very accomplished. It doesn't look rushed. It looks well thought out. It's just a face to die for. We even had some cutlery, some knives in there as well. I don't have a mouse, so I can't show it. Yep, there it is. And very nice of him to show the proportions. He built a little spring cage, or what's it called? There you go, to see that it fits within. So very, very good. I see it moving. If anything, a little depth to the colors, perhaps a gunk wash or something, but that's very, very, very few criticisms. Beautiful piece. I like it. Lots of details. Yeah, exactly.
It's awesome, isn't it? It's really cool. I like things like this antenna. I'm very easily pleased, aren't I? But you're right, loads of details.
Yeah, but it's little things like that that really make the whole piece come together.
Yeah,
it's got so many.
It's so great just seeing how people take this challenge and just go crazy with it.
I like the original shape. There's no specific two-legged or humanoid shape, and I think that made it really original.
So we can move on to 4th place if you want, unless anyone else wants to share some words of encouragement. So 4th place was Lawrence Warner with his CR48 Sebastian. I will just shuffle along to it.
I think it's pronounced crab, actually. Perhaps in the lead speak. I'm not that big of a computer.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Crab Sebastian. My bad. Apologies.
Sorry. No. Very classic, very simple piece. Screaming classic War of the Worlds, a little bit of Star Wars Episode 1 design. It's very simple, but it's very, very well put together, which earned it the 4th place. Very clean, lots of rivets. That's a bitch to be to do, and also good zoom in there. The paint job is excellent, which doesn't actually show in the bigger pictures, but it's very, very nicely done. Very, very well done. Highlights on the chippings and the colors together, they're beautiful. And I love a cartoonish, I love a cartoonish mech droid like this. So, and fun fact, I think he actually accidentally made the base 15.4 millimeters, a little bit too big. He wrote to me, is that's okay? And I didn't answer in time, and I think he corrected it himself. So cut something off the foot or the barrels of the gun. So he went to town on this little guy.
I think that's really really admirable that he would be that honest. I think most of us would have just said it's 15, but that's really good that he was honest. And it is lovely. I love the scratches and things, and the weathering and the like you said, the how it's all tied together. You can see this thing walking across the surface of Mars, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really, really retro style, 1980s, something like that.
Or even before. It's
Real
given
cool.
like like late 60s when they
60s,
like Forbidden
50s.
Planet styles. Yeah. Good stuff,
Yeah,
right?
Forbidden Planet.
Yes.
So, all right, very good, well done. Third place is Irvin Mark D with his pulver. Here he is in all his glory.
Yes. And this ticked a lot of boxes for me. Perhaps personally, I tried to put that away because that's the kind of build. It's actually a kind of vignette diorama. It's in and of itself, telling a very, very good story. With the Spoon Man guitar playing dude here. The spoon is the guitar. Very, very well thought out, and well executed as well. But every time you see it, you notice something new and see he used those materials and did that like so and so on. And that rings a note with me. Looks good, looks rusted. Imagine him perhaps being a mech programmed to play the banjo, the spoon guitar forever, and he's just chipping away at that poor thing.
The spoon guitar.
Fashionable shoes as well.
Yes.
Yeah, the Nikes. Yeah.
Those kind of details really finishes us off.
Yeah. I love the butterflies. I think it's such a good.
Also,
I think it's always nice when you bring in like an organic element into this sort of scene because I think it injects life. Yeah.
Exactly.
And the LED as well, really good. Showing like you said, he's rusted, he's old, he's been playing that spoon banjo for years, but he's still got some light in him, and he's still alive, and he's still enjoying the process of playing the banjo. Really cool. I'm just keeping track of the pictures of where I'm at. Okay, so second place then. It is Wunjilao and his Mandragora. Here he is. This thing is cool.
This thing is it looks deadly. I'm not even sure if it's a war mech, but I think it is.
I mean, it says don't touch me.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare. Very, very cool, very clean paint job as well. I think he did it in less than a week, which is very, very, very impressive for these results. And it looks like a kit. It's been put together, if I remember the work in progress pictures, from various bits and pieces, and the big curved thingy in the middle making the superstructure. That's the spoon, I think. And I think the engine part just below the rounded part with the nozzle thingy. Yeah, that's I think it was a nail polish container, the bottle thingy. So it doesn't. It's immediately recognizable, but it doesn't look like a. It doesn't look like a bottle just glued next to a spoon. So very, very good job. As a little figure as well, so it shows scale. So
this one was my favorite. I really love the shape.
Someone has to say that.
Yeah.
I really like it. I like I love this. I love
Yeah.
these. You know, you see it as like some sort of shellfishy thing, like, you know, awesome. It's really cool. Yeah, to whack that out in such a short space of time as well. Wow.
Impressive. Looks sinister.
Absolutely. Excellent work. Yeah, like you said, having the figure in there for scale too is excellent. Very impressive. So well done, Wunji. So that leaves one entry for first place, which is Plain Rees, which is Richard, our moderator. There's no collusion here, by the way, with his Scrapper Edie. I've been trying to figure out how to pronounce it for ages.
Looks like it's Scrappy Day.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. I used the Latin name for dung beetle, and mixed it up a little bit.
Love it,
So even I don't know how to pronounce.
So I'll let Crumb just tell us why he chose this one.
Yeah, because he ticked all boxes and probably invented some new boxes as well. All around goodness. It's very, very crisp, the yellow of the mech itself. It stands out beautifully. Bold color choice as well, and the accents with the red and the blue wiring. It's just beautiful. Very clear to see the use of the cup and the spoon for the wings or covers, whatever it is. So it has it all. It has very technical skills. The ball itself of scrap is muted compared to the mech, so it doesn't steal the attention. But it's still interesting to see what this poor guy's been collecting and pushing up the hill. And put into a little beautiful diorama. Richard is really he's picking up some mad skills here. I think I hope we get to see some pro stuff from him next year. No pressure.
None taken. Yeah.
So yeah,
it was a really fun build. I really I really liked it. And I don't compete this year in the original Mecha Contest in the main contest. But I really had fun building this one, and really proud to have won the first prize.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. So
Also would like to commend your diorama concept on this. The composition is really well put, especially the contrast of the figure. You putting up a background behind it, and the angle. You know how it's pushing it. So it gives the dynamic of the diorama and also making the figure pops out from the background. So really nice touch on that.
Thank you.
I think
I always try to keep it a little bit dynamic, placing something a little bit offset on the diorama, or gives it a little bit more life, I think.
Yes.
So,
in my opinion.
I don't want to hurry us along, but so this for the Cup, the grand winner will receive essentially like a bespoke creation following the rules from Crumb, which he's kindly created, and he will send to Richard, which I think is incredible as a prize to have a one-off creation, which is incredible. I don't know if you managed.
Crumb's pretty good too, right?
Already, I think.
Oh
yeah. Did you manage to send the pictures to me yet? If not, then it's fine.
Yes, I did.
Oh, what did you email me them?
Yes, I'm sorry. Oh, I can. Should I Discord them to you?
That's okay. I will quickly. No, it's fine. I will quickly.
But seriously though, the actual winner is better than my build, so I'm not sure you should show them.
I can send mine to you.
Wow.
Halfway.
And yeah, I was a little bit worried about, people worrying about collusion and only choosing people who help out with the competition. But believe me, it's never that. We wouldn't dream of doing anything like that. So I'll bear with me 1 second. I just need to stop sharing so I can share these wonderful pictures. Well done, Richard. Well deserved, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Really, really beautiful. I really enjoyed seeing you create that. It was the concept is excellent. I've always thought your dioramas are really well thought out.
Well, thank you.
Right, 1 minute. Present. Don't worry.
Let nobody can see me blush.
Good. Right. So, can everybody see that? So the trophy is this awesome thing, this beautiful creation by Crumb. I'll circle through it. It's beautiful, mate. It's so cool. So this is following the rules of the Cup. It's beautiful. This is so good. Thank you so much for doing this, my friend.
You are most welcome.
It's such a great thing. It's beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful. Look, I just love everything. I love the composition of Crumb's work. Everything's just nice, not overly done. I'm like talking about it like it's an entry now. I just love it. It's great. This is the first time I've seen it as well, so that's why I'm nerding out a little bit.
It was literally finished an hour and a half ago, so it's pretty new. Life got a hold of me.
It's wicked.
I'm glad it's not completely gold.
No, it isn't. It's not even dry yet.
Well done. Right. For the sake of time, we'll move on quickly. Well done, Richard. And Crumb, if you want to say anything about the Cup for next year, you're more than welcome, and then we'll move on.
Just a quick little thing. Hopefully there will be a Cup next year, if everything is allows it. Sort of like the same rules, but different mandatory items, which will be revealed soon. I think that's all.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep your eyes and ears open for the next Cup update and what we're going to do with that, and hopefully we'll inject some more prizes and things into it next year, and we'll try and make it a little bit bigger. But I think for the first time, it's done really well. So thank you, Crumb, for all the hard work organising that and for making the trophy. And well done, Richard. Good job.
Yep.
So main division next. Do we think?
I will leave you guys now to join my significantly better half, and then we'll watch the rest of the show from the couch. I hope that's okay. So thank you for the opportunity. Hope to see you again, all in one way or the other.
Yes, my friend.
Yeah.
See you. Yeah,
bye-bye.
Ciao.
All right. Here we go. Right. Well, I'll start by announcing fifth place. So we're gonna look at the main division winners. We're gonna look at fifth place, fourth, third, second, first. I'll tell you what they've won, who they are, what they've made. We'll have a briefish discussion about them, and we'll try and move. Because what we're going to try and do is talk about every entry, and I'm just now realizing how quick or slow I'm being. So don't think I'm being rude. I'm just trying to speed this thing along. Here I go. Okay, so let's look at the winners for the main division. First up, in fifth place, we have Jason Southgate with his PZKPFW X Troll. And he has won the Green Stuff World €50 voucher. That's what he picked as a prize. Well done, Jason. I think this thing is awesome. It does look like a troll. Does everybody agree?
Yeah, great. I also thought it was a little bit a Warhammer feel.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
in a real positive way. Yeah.
Yeah, it had a little bit of a Titan
Cool
vibe to it. I agree. It looks really good though, right? Very fantastic. Not like the 40K doesn't look good. I'm gonna shut up.
No, I think it's cool. When I saw it, I kind of wanted to yell, "They've got a cave troll!" sort of thing. I love the troll vibe. That's what I'm getting.
What I really like about this entry is it injects like a sort of an imagination, right? Like it gives you a narration in your head about what this thing is all about. And I think the execution and the technique applied here was like really, really good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of like you don't need the vignette and the diorama base to pull it into, like you said, to be pulled into this universe. Like you said, it tells a story by itself. It's really good. It's really good. Well done, Jason. We're going to move on because I appreciate I'm slow at this thing. So fourth place is Joe Haddad with his Bunker Camphor Armored Traversal Unit. Sorry if I've butchered any of that. And he has chosen the God Hand Ultimate Prize Bundle, which I am extremely jealous about because I wanted somebody to say, you can keep that if you want. but nobody did. This thing is cool, really cool. This is the sort of thing when you go to a model show and you see these neat edges on a base. You know something beautiful is going to be on top, and this is a great scene. It's not necessarily one of those future mechs. We're looking sort of World War II-ish maybe, or around that era. And these guys are up to no good, it seems, especially this guy on the gun.
But like diesel pump.
Yeah, that's
Diesel
what I
pump
thought as well.
Yeah,
Second World War. What if mecha? Really cool.
Yeah.
And especially the soldiers going with it brings it really comes to life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's excellent. So well done, Joe. Absolutely well done, and thank you so much for taking part. Third place goes to Thiago Werlang, and with his Ham to be the bug. Let me catch up. Apologies for not sharing every picture. I'm trying to make sure everybody can see stuff. So this is Thiago's entry. His work has always got this distinct style to it, and I'm sure if you spot any of his other stuff, you kind of know. Oh, that I know who builds that. I know that guy. He's got some really wonderful, beautiful things. And his prize, is so he's chosen the Mega Paint set from Army Painter with the painting guide. He gets £50 in cash, and he also gets an O.M.C trophy. So he gets all that. So well done. Very fitting for a third place. Any thoughts, boys?
I love it.
Yeah, the lines on this are fantastic. Like I think, like just again, like with a lot of these entries, just the story being told by not saying anything at all is off the chain, and I love it, man.
It is cool, isn't it? The pilot up here as well. This is really cool. Love this use of like a clear tube at the front as well. Something you don't often see where I don't know. There's tubes everywhere. But I know he likes tubes. not personally, but like in his designs, I always feel like he uses them really well. They don't look misplaced. Everything looks to be functional. It all looks like it ties together really well.
Truthfully, almost looks like the tubes kind of direct you into what you should be looking at.
Yeah,
It's kind of like look this way.
Yeah,
roadmap.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to move into the pro division if you want to take part next year, my friend, and that would be a joy to behold. So I hope you do take part next year. Second place for this year, we have Staxi, also known as Ben Palmer, with his Hammerhead. I'll move past that one. Hammerhead Subsea Repair Mech, and he's won the Display Bundle 80. I'm not going to say all this, but it's basically a precision stainless steel clamp vise and some single-bladed nippers, £75 worth of cash, and an O.M.C trophy mech. So well done.
Awesome.
Well done, Ben.
Yeah, this one's
This
fun.
one looks like a menace. Yeah, this one looks like an absolute menace. Like it could chase you around and keep going. I don't put you in its back and take you home. I don't know. Like
this is Ben's got a really unique style of being able to bring, the hard surface to sort of an organic feel, like we saw last year with his shampoo bottle. That did really well.
This will come to life in your nightmares.
Does everybody get like a sinister vibe?
In a positive way.
Yeah, I don't necessarily get a sinister vibe. I kind of feel like this thing's just had a really long day and he's just tired, and and he's just chilling out. Like, one second, I'm just making sure. I'm trying to not skip past any pictures. I think what we can't really share because we don't have the time is the work in progress pictures, and I think the work in progress for this speaks volumes because everything essentially, the majority, I'd say 80% is scratch built and sculpted and made. So that's played an important role as well in its placing. So well done, Ben. You'll have to move into the pro category too. Right. Lastly, first place in the main division is Juan Munez Riaz with his AMP Oryx Object 218, and here it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What a mental build! Absolutely ridiculous.
This this is one of the few builds where having it just the one color absolutely benefits everything about it. It's crazy.
So I spoke to Juan, and he said I didn't get a chance to, I was running out of time and I didn't get a chance to paint it. But like you said, it's just insane. It's the work in progress as well. So I know what many of you, if you've never seen this before in the chat, perhaps think, oh well, that's just a kit. That's just a model kit. Why is he one? But he scratch built everything. Everything on there is either epoxy putty, styrene, metal, whatever. It's all scratch built, which is just mind boggling because it is so clean and so beautiful. It's absolutely insane. And I'm really glad that he's getting shifted into the pro division, as are probably quite a few other people who want to take part. So I really hope he takes part next year. Because
I got my work cut out for me, man. I'm going to participate.
And again, it's not necessarily just the craftsmanship; it's the design. It is original, and these legs kind of remind me of like that Eldar sort of wraith mech kind of thing. A lot of Warhammer references today. We're not sponsored by Warhammer, so don't
Games
worry.
Workshop.
Yeah. So congratulations, my friend. Sorry, you win he chose the AO Mecha prizes, so the Muv-Love Total Eclipse Terminator and the Modoroid Sol Sigma Gravion. He will receive £125 and an O.M.C trophy. So well done, main division winners. And we will talk about the other main division entries as we move forward. So well done. Good job, guys. Excellent.
Congrats.
Congratulations. There we go. We'll move into the pro division next. Awesome. I can talk about these things all day, but I'm so conscious of time that it's just we need to make sure we don't. You are welcome, Joe. Well done. Well done, my friend. Right. So into the pro division. This year there were only 6 entries into the pro division, so we're just going to talk about them all. Firstly, in 6th place, and this is no reflection on the build, by the way, Jefferson Carlos de Silva with his atrocious experiment GC number 2. Now, I love this thing because I get really like nostalgic about Resident Evil, and I just love mechs and organic, everything. This thing will haunt my dreams. I don't know about you. This thing will,
I thought this was a render at first. I was like, is this like his like concept? Is this what he was like thinking about going for? And then I was like, nope, that's his photo. And said, oh wow, that's
it's really intricate. So many details and so many wires and stuff, and it's just awesome.
It is incredible. It is insane. I mean, this shot alone, just seeing all these cables and wires and this sort of musculature, it's all, there's a plan to it all. It's not just a load of stuff glued together. There is a plan. It's a difficult plan, but there's a plan. It's amazing. And I like this Lab B2. It's obviously been made in a lab and it's coming to get you. So whoever's made that, be careful. So I would like to say, Jefferson has won a prize. So prizes, we've got loads to give away. So this, I wanted to give this the bundle from Richard from Planeries. So the Scratch Built Robots and Mechs Volume 1 book. Is it 1 and 2? I'm confusing myself here.
Excuse me?
Is it 1 and 2? Volume 1 and 2?
No, just Volume 1. Volume 1 is the Mega Edition, and following.
No problem. It's my I've misspelled something. And then one of Planeries as well. Both of his kits, the PR41, the anti-grav flyer, and the PR19. I can't say that.
It's just the same.
Yeah.
Mecha Ratio Die, something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, really easy to say. So, so we will again with these prizes and things. You just please bear with me because I need to email everybody, get your addresses, send these things out, and pass them on to like Richard and stuff. So please bear with us. So 5th place moving forward is Kevin Monty and his entry, The Queen. Wowzer. Kevin is a legend. He is incredible at creating works of art, and this thing is no difference. And do you know what I love the most about this? That
I was going to
that
say the knight
shoulder.
on the shoulder. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I love everything. It's beautiful, and his work in progress just shows how much effort he puts into these things and his creativity. Like that shot there, I would absolutely love to have that in my display case. What a work of art. So Kevin, I hope it's okay. So I've picked the prizes for the Pro Division just because it's easier. I've decided to give you a display bundle of the omnidirectional spherical vise, which weighs a goddamn ton, which comes with also the STA 3.0 single bladed nippers. So I will get your address and get that out to you ASAP. But wow, what a work of art. What a work of art. How many pictures are there of this? Quite a few, to be fair. What did you guys like about this?
You can almost kind of imagine it as like a set. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
set. So this is like the queen, and then the knight is actually another kind of kit and stuff like that. So the cohesiveness, I think, is what stood out for me with this build.
Yeah,
It's incredibly cohesive. It follows he had like a set theme in his head. It's like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then followed through like from beginning to end. So well done on that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I also love how he puts together a modern mecha and old school knight
Sure.
combined together.
I like this
Really,
too.
really
like
cool.
this looks like the top of a rook. I mean, sorry, not a rook. It is a rook, right? The castle.
Yeah, rook. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Thought I was losing my mind for a second, but yeah, everything's just.
Oh, you're
wow.
totally losing your mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, fourth place. See, I am losing my mind. Fourth place then goes to Mathis Vogt with his Walking Home. What? And I am a huge fan of Mathis's work. I absolutely love the stuff he creates. They've always got such character, and look at this thing. It's just beautiful. From the from the tomatoes to the umbrella, it's just incredible. What a guy!
It's very dynamic as well. The composition of it, the contrast of the upper part and the lower part of the whole build, it adds those little accents in the whole composition. So this is a really good build.
Yeah,
This
the color
is
choice, the color choice and the placement, I think, is what stood out for me. It's very on purpose and really poignant.
Could be right out of a comic book. Really
It could be.
sci-fi,
Kind of.
Tank
I get that
walking.
I get that sort of like Pixar poster vibe of a story about this mech, like, I don't know, searching for his owner or something, or I don't know. It just has so much life to it. Like all these little intricate details, the headphones, everything is just so well thought out. And I feel like Mathis doubts himself a lot, to be honest. I'm going down a rabbit hole, I know, but his work's really good. And I think I'm a huge fan, my friend, and this is beautiful. So you should be very proud. And so as a prize, I've allocated you the Proto Rascal blank from our wonderful judge, Angelo. I hope that's okay.
Of course it is.
And I like him, I would love to see what you do with it. Right, where are we at?
Yeah,
trying to
Mac
like-
Dio says straight out of Heavy Metal magazine. That's spot on.
Yeah. I love the paint job too. I just love it. Everything's so well thought out. It's excellent. So, moving forward into third place. And third place for the Pro Division is our good friend Crumb, who's left us, unfortunately, with his meerkat, which is mind-blowing, to be honest. Especially this. This thing up here. On
The drone. Yeah.
Yeah, and having it floating. So there's no styrene, there's no clear rods or anything, or strings. It's magnets, right? Holding it up.
See what
Wow.
he says. He's out in the chat.
Yeah. I won't skip through too much. Just beautiful. The way he's painted it, the way he sets his scenes are just so good. Like, depending on how these things are photographed, depending on how much I decided to zoom in on this, you'd probably think it was real life rather than a model. I absolutely love the fact that he always manages to get a cat into every build. I'm sure there was more than one last year. The figure as well, helping with scale and so well painted. Absolutely beautiful. His face, wow, beautiful, absolutely amazing. And the weathering and the whole color scheme, everything is so well thought out. And it's so different. What I keep forgetting is these things are scratch built and made from scratch, and they aren't model kits that you just go out and buy. That always, you'd think 5 years into this thing, I would get over that fact, but this is just. And I always say to Crumb that his work is something I would absolutely love to aspire to. To be able to do something this good. So, huge respect. Crumb, you will get £50 of money, my friend. I will get that to you. And again, I would like to give you one of the Proto Rascal blanks because I want to see what you do with it as well.
Nice.
And by the way, thank you, Angelo. I'm saying I'm giving it you, but you're the one donating.
No. It's a pleasure.
But yeah, I think it would be really cool to see what you guys do with those things. So second place for this year for the Pro Division then is Matic, and we just got a foot.
Oh yeah.
Matic John Kerner with his Yak Unit 1107, and this guy is mental. How he makes these things so clean and how he makes them is just, I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. And something I think the pictures won't really show it. I can't, unfortunately, we don't have time to show videos, but this whole thing, the whole canopy opens up for the pilot and it's all articulated. And I think that's one of the selling points of this thing, of how well it is put together and how precise. And actually, for complete transparency, there was Crumb and Matic were joint second in points. And you're probably thinking, what does that even mean? We have 6 judges, and you know that it's always going to happen. The points allocated to these were exactly the same. However, I spoke to the moderators and the team, and I said, I don't feel qualified enough to pick the winner out of the 2. So I went to one of our previous judges who, has accolades going out the door, and asked them to cast their vote. And, it's not a knock on either build either. Both of them are beautiful, beautiful work. And it's just, just the way it goes sometimes, I think. But in an ideal world, we would have given you both second and both got the same amount of prizes and things. But yeah, I'll shut up. Good. Next picture. There you go. So that's where it all opens up, the cockpit. And again, another masterpiece that I would absolutely love in my display case. Some LED work inside. Absolutely beautiful. So, Matic, you've won £75 of Great British money, and another Proto Rascal blank to you, because that's what I felt. That's where I wanted them to go, I think. So into the Pro Division, see what you guys do with them. And I think Angelo would be really excited to see what you guys do with them as well. So that is excellent. So that leaves one entry for first place. Is there any doubt? So Jonathan M. Abonir, Atan, or Single Media, with his Project Helion, took first place this year. And what do you say about this thing? It's absolutely...
I want one. I'll say it. I want one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Wow.
That's all I can say.
As a huge fan of Atan and his stuff, I'm glad I'm not a judge, because I didn't want people to think that he'd won off because of me. I am not a judge. I haven't decided this. So I've collated the votes, and he's earned this off his own back. And just a work in progress when you see how Atan works and how he uses everyday objects and his ability to turn seemingly anything into part of a mech and I think what's missed with his work often a lot of the time is how well these things fit together and how well he can disassemble them. And it's a testament to his precision on building. And yeah, he's godlike. So I'm not surprised that he's taken a win here. You, my friend, have won £125. You have won a limited edition Pro O.M.C trophy model kit, which is different to the normal model kit. I haven't shared a picture of it anywhere, I don't think, but I will at some point. You've also won the prize donated by Calamity from Luca. He donated the 135th caster. I've just realised that I could have put all the prizes that I've got here, but we can't go back in time. So yeah, the caster model kit from him. Well done and congratulations on winning the pro division for this year. We're going to have to make like a god tier division, I think.
Probably, yeah.
The legend.
Should we just
I'm fine. I'm fine with me just being in pro then.
Yeah, technically pro should have been in a god tier division from winning the pro last year. So thank you so much for everybody for taking part, and the pro division, as you can, it's such a difficult division to be in. For example, Jefferson, to enter that off for your first time is madness, because if you'd have entered into the main division, I think you'd have probably walked away with a trophy. So I think, there's a lot to be said for jumping into the pro with both feet and going for it. And I take my hat off to every single person that takes part in that division. Well done. Well done, guys. And thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it. So that is the main winners. We can now, if we get a chance, and everyone has time, we might not be able to spend a lot of time on these entries, but we will do our very best. We're going to go through all the main division entries and talk about all the prizes that we've given away, if that's okay. Unless anybody wants to say anything.
Just real quick, for the pro division, I've judged and kind of looked at a lot of competitions in the past. This is the longest I have taken in trying to decide like placements for, at least on my end. Like just mind-blowing stuff. Like Mathis's work, I spent like at least 2 hours just looking at it. Just like really looking, zooming in, turning it around, just amazing stuff, man. Just like hats off to all of you. I don't like I said at the beginning, I don't know what I'm doing here, and it's like amazing
you are here,
stuff.
Chris, because I respect you as an individual, but also as a builder. You put yourself down so much, and your work is extremely good. Very clean, very diligent. You put a lot of effort in, my friend. You should recognize
I appreciate
that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm just saying at the end of the day, just looking at this work, I am inspired. I am in awe at all of the work put in, and it's amazing. So congrats to all of you.
Absolutely. Anything you want to say, Angelo?
Yeah, for me, it's a very interesting competition because we have a mix of artistry and technicalities. So the judging is a bit complicated because you have to weigh down on the originality and the composition, as well considering what are the techniques been done, what are the knowledge of the artist. So let's put Atan's work as an example, right? If you think about it, it's very mecha, right? He has his own style on it, but if you look under it, just like you mentioned, how he painted, how he created the parts, there's a lot of technicalities lying inside, wherein he's doing what we call a pre-painting stage or a pre-painting technique, wherein all parts have to be removable so that you could paint it more cleaner, and that takes a lot of engineering during the work in progress. So just that alone is a very technical skill that would really take a very high score in any judges, in my opinion. So judging on this competition really challenged the judges. That's something that I'm confidently going to say. It's a very challenging competition. At the same time, it's very inspiring because nowadays, especially during the pandemic, wherein the builds have been, I would say, dying down or going in a low stage. So this kind of competition inspire other modelers that we should up the game. We should be doing something else. We should be doing something greater than what we've been doing before. So thank you for having me to judge for this year. Really appreciate it, guys.
Oh, absolutely. And your skill and talent and hard work is undoubted as well, my friend. And I feel bad because when I collate all these entries and I send you a link, I feel terrible because it is to be as like Angelo says, when I send these entries to the judges, I try not to give them any preconceived notion of a score sheet or anything like that, because I feel sometimes that can hinder somebody's choice. They might, I just want people to, these guys know what they're looking for. They know what takes effort. They know what takes work. They've been in the game for long enough to know what should be up here. And I honestly, I don't envy your position, but I also greatly appreciate your time and expertise. And, it's excellent. I don't know how this thing's going to ramp up next year. It's going to probably get even crazier. But yeah, so shall we take a look at some other entries and see who else won some prizes? Shall we do that?
Absolutely.
Okie dokie, bear with me and I will get the last folder up and running. I think we're doing okay for time-ish. We will, like I said, we may zip past things quite quick here, but we will recognize everybody's hard work as much as we can. So first up, if we've got that on the awesome, this is wow, I didn't realize this went over 2 pages. 1 minute. So first up, Alan Mao and his ex-Pisces, and I love Alan taking part because he always seems to have fun with his work. When he's sending me the work in progress pictures, he kind of takes a different approach to other people. He will send me an individual email for each update, but I love him for it because he seems like he's having a lot of fun, and this looks cool. He's used a lot of different elements from different kits, and I hope he continues to take part and level up and things. And I quite like this whole, I don't know if this is like intentional with the tube behind, but it kind of sets the scene, right? Like it's its own little universe. You can kind of see it coming to life in a stop motion and doing some crazy stuff across the table.
It gives me cool like Godzilla vibes, or like those like old Ultraman style like giant suits and like big battles and stuff like that. It gives me that kind of like awesome mecha kaiju kind of vibe.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
Pincer and the other arm, and love it.
Next up, we've got. Oops, sorry, I'm having a meltdown here. Next up, we've got Alexandru Buzanu. Sorry, yep, that's the one. With his pop up, and I absolutely love this thing. It's so good. It's so good. Everything here is beautiful. The paint job, the build, the story. Even amazing.
It says free watermelons.
What's that?
Free watermelons.
Free watermelons.
Yeah, Pepen for Romanian, English watermelons.
I think he told me that as well in the email, to be honest. It's so good. Like, what a great idea. What a great idea. And this at the back, just everything is so well put together. And I would like to say that you've won a prize, my friend. So we're going to send you or arrange for you to have the scientific models prize of 75mm robot stories memories, because what I've tried to do with prizes is link them to what people have entered, and I feel like you would do a really good job with that, because it is a mech with its own story anyway, and you're obviously a great storyteller with this entry, so you will get a prize, and I will arrange to get your address. So well done. Good job. Next up, we've got Anthony Bryan, AB Cruz, with his aerospace burner compact. Now,
this one was crazy, I think.
So,
making a working transformer. I really struggle to keep my mechas articulated. And with struggle, I mean I haven't managed it until now, so far. And he just makes a transforming transformer. Excellent.
it is crazy, and the work in progress is probably the part of it which blows your mind, and like everything articulates. His ability to build and create out of styrene and all these kind of things is just, it's amazing. He did get some good votes from the judges, to be honest. What I'd like to give you, Anthony, is the complete Mecha decal range from Mecha Decal. So that's all their sizes and colors. So I will arrange to get that out to you, my friend. So you're going to get all the Mecha decals. So next
I don't know
up,
if any of the other judges have used them, but I know Chris and I have used those decals quite a bit, and they are fantastic. Some of the flattest, most legible, highest quality decals for general use mecha on the market. You're welcome.
Absolutely, they're amazing. And again, the reason I gave that prize to him was he's so good at building. I thought, what could just complement that? And I thought, well, a plethora of decals of various sizes. He can just put them on his wonderful stuff. So there you go. There's a method to my madness in allocating prizes. It's not just a wishy-washy process. Next up, we've got Austin Booth with his Petrus for 13th Cazador of the Ordo Venatoris. I'm sure he's done that just to wind me up by giving us the wrong name. And love to see minis. Absolutely love minis. And great to see it in the competition, because you often think, when we think mech, sometimes we just think Gundam, or I think we're sometimes predisposed to that thought, but this is great. And I thought a good fitting prize for you, my friend, would be the Army Painter Speed Paint starter set and the wet palette from Army Painter.
Nice.
Again, you see this thought process behind all these decisions, don't you think? So yeah, good work, man. I love it. It's great.
I think you guys need, a separate category for this kind of entries.
It's difficult, isn't it? Yeah. It's difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, still wonderful. Really good stuff. Next up, a booty from Carmelo in Delgato. What a guy. I absolutely love Carmelo's work, and this is called Core Rebirth, and entirely sculpted by hand. From epoxy clay and things, mixtures. What a guy. To sculpt that from nothing is a talent. It's absolute hard work and dedication. And he's getting better every single time. So I'm really excited to see what he comes up with next. And I think he's leveled up from last year, honestly. I think he's trying to push different colors and the design, and he's come with a nice base down here, all these wires that he's sculpted and things. And what do you guys think?
I think
I
it's
agree.
Awesome. I can barely sculpt an ashtray, let alone something like this. It's it's crazy.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
We can see the evolution as the entry last year was also really complex and very advanced sculpture. This year has even stepped the game up even more with different surface conditions and consistency, and everything is just improving across the board. Well done. Right?
Yeah, I think one thing that really stands out for me is, like, compared to last year's entry, he really honed in on what it is he wants the person looking at his build to focus on. Whereas kind of last year his details were kind of it was kind of spattered in bits and pieces. This one it's really kind of like, okay, well, I want you to look at this and then flow either up or down depending on how you look at your model. It looks like he purposefully put things where he wants people to look, and it's a fantastic way of kind of making sure that you're not going too overboard with what you're trying to do. So yeah, really, really great work.
Why have I been speaking for the last hour and 13 when Chris is so articulate and elegant with the stuff he says? Like, can we not just switch places for the rest of the stream?
It's only noon here. I'll have more energy than you do. Mate,
you sound amazing. Right. So, Carmelo, we're going to give you a €25 gift voucher to Green Stuff World. Again, they've got loads of good sculpting tools, resources. Well thought out, I think. Yeah. I'm just patting myself on the back with these prizes on. Next up, we've got Chris Heron and the narrator. And I think, I could be mistaken, but I feel like Chris was the first entry into the competition. Like, he sent me this really early on, maybe in the first month. second month.
That's like Win in year 1, right? He cracked
He-
his build out right
He
away.
did it straight away. I think this is awesome. The headphones on top are so cool. You know,
How I
great
wish
design.
that it is a working charger. You know,
Yeah, me too. I was hoping. I was like,
Just
I
put
hope
it on
it
your
has a portable
desk.
function.
that would be cool.
Do you mean like a wireless charger for wireless earbuds, like a charger for those?
I think
that what
it
you
would
mean?
work, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. Great diorama base, great character, great design, very original, really cool stuff. Great job, Chris, and thank you so much for taking part in the competition. Moving. Oh my goodness, I better hurry up. So next up, we've got Colin Lube, and his Mech the Buckledge. Again, really cool design. Absolutely love stuff like this, which is completely like different to anything you'd see anywhere else. And I always love I love the writing on the side of these things and the paint jobs and this whole just how this like spine works and amazing, so cool. I kind of imagine it making sort of beeping noises rather than actual words, or is this just me riffing off the design? You know, awesome, really cool.
Yeah.
Oops. Next up, Irvin Mark D. Carino with his TYR15. This thing is really cool. This looks like an absolute monster when it comes to having a fight. Not only does it have a giant axe, it's got a load of Gatling guns, missile bombs, absolutely everything. It's ready for any situation. Whoa, holy moly. It's ready for any situation, this thing. A blade, a knife, loads of stuff. And some LED work too. Really cool to have it on the base. And this thing at the back is super cool.
I feel like this model would have benefited from a slightly darker background for photographs, just so that it's not such a high contrast. We kind of lose a little bit of the love that was put into this beautiful piece with the exposure value, you know?
It's a good point.
Yeah, and to add to that, I wish he did a much more lighter tone on the base so that it doesn't mash up with the figure. So it separates the base from the figure itself, so that it will highlight the figure itself.
Yeah, good input. So I apologize, I just drone on, don't I? But if anybody's got anything constructive to say, throw it in there. Your expertise and opinions are really, I'd appreciate that on my work too. I think everybody who takes part always wants to get some feedback, and if we had the manpower and the staff and the time, we'd love to do it with everything. If we could get the judges to comment on everything, but I mean, they'll tell you that would take forever. They just not have any time. So thank you so much for the feedback. Next up, Evan Bustria with his Morian close combat type, and I personally love this thing. It gives me Transformer vibes, and what's he called? The dude with the bullets for a beard, or is it? Are they bullets for a beard?
Bulkhead.
Yeah, reminds me of that.
Just, yeah.
Really cool. I love this thing. Skip on a little bit. I just love the camo and stuff as well, and how it's put together and how bulky it feels. Heavy, right? It feels like that thing is going to weigh an absolute ton.
Yeah, mass. I love that. I love that little back skirt, the booty right there. The details on that thing is fantastic.
It's great, isn't it? Everything seems so functional as well. Like everything has a place and a reason for being there. So cool.
Yeah, and colors too. Those are good colors to me. They vibe really well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would agree on that. It's not too harsh. It just blends well on the whole aspect of it.
Yeah, and it opens up. Look at that.
Yeah, and there's a little light inside, and the pilot is chilling. So cool, so cool. Like you said, it all opens up here, and look at all these details on the inside. So much work's gone into this thing, and that's why it's going to get the prize from JL Gunplay UK, which is the Madwork Tools and Supplies bundle. So we will get that out to you, Evan. Well done. well deserved, excellent entry, and thank you for taking part this year. Next up, we've got Grigor Georgiev. Apologies if I said that incorrectly. Unit 2 Pink Eye. And the immediate first thing I think I said to Grigor was, this could walk straight into a Star Wars scene and I would not bat an eyelid. I would just be like, yep, that lives there.
This looks like in the same universe, the one with the headphones.
Yeah, they could be in the same universe for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I was a bit wary of the name. I was like, oh, Pink Eye.
Pink Eye.
Maybe don't.
Yeah, initially when that came into my inbox, I needed to be sure it wasn't anything else. But yeah, really cool. Love the design. I like the dynamic pose of it. Really, you know, maybe push this a little bit more. But again, I think it fits it really well. It's dynamic, but it's also not too stiff. You know, and I feel like it might benefit from just a little vignette or something, just to you know, like a sandy base. I can kind of see this walking through like some sandy, like a gunslinger ready to have a duel. But
I really like what they did on the knees here. It's like a very interesting joint mechanism.
Let's zoom in on this one. Yeah, really cool.
So when I was going through the kind of going through the entries for this one, like I made a note of like it's a breath of fresh air, because a lot of the entries like were very full of detail and wires and all that stuff. This one, like it leaned on the simplicity side of it, and it really like it benefits it because it's so easy to look at. It's very pleasing to see, and like the from the posing to just kind of its overall kind of what's the word for it, silhouette. Great work.
Yeah, I think Grigor will like to hear that. It's good stuff. Next up, we've got Gian Al with his, goodness me, Capitalo unit. I will hope I said that correctly. I will say one thing about this builder. He is extremely hardworking with what he uses to build. Genuinely, when you look at the work in progress for this thing, it is made up of pretty much anything you find in your bin. It is attached to this, but he's done it so well. I think what this suffers with, Jan, is it's all because it's all the same color. All these wonderful, intricate details and separation that you've done is kind of hidden. It's not. Again, don't take it as a knock. It's incredible. Your work is really wonderful, but if we could separate some of this detail, I think, you know, wow, what a creation. It's beautiful. Don't know what anyone else thinks.
This reminds me of one of the Japanese artists, Makoto Kobayashi.
Yeah.
If you're familiar. So he's doing something like this. But I think just like what you mentioned, you know, a little bit of gunmetal on other parts would actually, you know, put a good accent in the overall build. But so far, all the details, the modification he did, it's really well put. It's just a little bit edge and accent colors just to make it more pop.
I think sorry, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you know, it probably doesn't help that he took a photo of a red build in front of an orange background, so it gets lost a little further. So you know, kind of maybe a more neutral tone for the background would have helped us kind of pick out the details even more. So I think that's what's kind of important when it comes to kind of entering an online competition with photos. You know, make sure you're a bit more neutral and we're able to see what it is you want us to look at.
I really do hope that Gian takes part again, because he took part last year, created something wonderful. I hope he takes part again, takes on board these comments, because I really do think his work is really beautiful, and I think he'd put some work in. So I really hope he takes part again. I'm a really big fan. I will just say something. So I have not really looked at the chat. I apologize. As Brian will tell you, I am a virgin to streaming beyond belief.
You're right. It has been a fountain of amazing commentary back on all of the wonderful stuff we've been looking at today. It'll be available in the VOD, so when people watch this, they'll be able to look at the comments live as we were talking about stuff. So it's not like they'll be lost in the...
I will say one thing quickly before we move forward. I've noticed loads of names, familiar names in the chat, and thank you so much for all the encouragement and compliments that you've paid to all the builders and the entries. But there's one specific name in that chat that I think Angelo will know. Daytona has put some little fire emojis into the chat, and
it's here.
it's a little bit of ahead of schedule and a little bit of a sneak peek. But Daytona is going to be one of the judges for next year's competition.
Cool.
That's right.
And that is huge because he is an incredible artist, and he's got a book coming out in December. I feel like I've just gone on an absolute segue here, but yeah, wow, what a guy. Go check out his Instagram and his work. He is a workhorse. I don't know if I can put a link. Can I put a link?
Yeah, you should be able to. If not, I know Chris.
It said this comment has failed. But yeah, he's incredible. Go check out his stuff. Extremely inspiring for us as builders, and we can take reference from his stuff. But thank you so much for turning up, Daytona, and joining us. And before I forget, Gian, a prize that I'd like to give to you is from Samuel Decal, 2 times the 450mm hyper mega launchers. So they're huge guns, and I thought you could do something really good with that. 2 of those huge guns, incorporate those into your next build.
I actually did a custom of Daytona's figure.
Yeah. I think originally, Angelo, that's how Daytona found out about us, because he saw the picture of when I announced you as a judge. He saw his figure that you did the custom of. Exactly.
Yeah. He said, "So I'm not claiming it's my figure. Like I just custom one of his figure." So
I know.
Salute to Daytona.
Next up, moving forward, Josh Rodriguez and his entry, The Butcher. And I will go on record as saying Josh is probably the madman of this competition. The stuff he comes out with is off the chain and absolutely mental, but he's great and really original thinker. So I really appreciate his efforts. Anyone else got something quick to say about this? I'm conscious of time and trying to move through.
So this is something that I would see on a He-Man universe.
Universe, yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I would love to see
sure.
that.
I would have wanted that as a kid for sure, man. My He-Man added to my collection. Hell yeah, Storm Gray.
You collect He-Man?
Oh, I did. Yeah, of course. I'm 44.
You can kind of just imagine this on like one of those TV commercials for the Masters of the Universe toys. It'll be just one of the big sets in the background. Like, yeah,
that would be dope. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So yeah. Anyway, I better move on. I could talk about these things all day, but we need to move, don't we? So next up, Jules Menard with his Astrid Perez Farah. Apologies if that's wrong. Truthfully, this was one of my top 5 for this year. So if I was a judge, this would have got my vote. Not only for this organic element of this floating head, which I absolutely adore. Yes. I just love the design. I love that it's functional. I love that it's the color separation, these weld lines, everything just to me speaks. What an idea, and these little hands. I love it.
With the gloves.
Absolutely love it.
I would agree with that as well. This is a really well put, model. It's like it's like coming out of someone's nightmare, but it's still really cool.
We need to move past this nightmare thing, because this does not look that scary. Look at the hands.
Well, I've never seen a boiler look so scary. You know what I mean? Like, boilers are usually quite friendly looking. But yeah, here we are. One with like a giant gun on top and barrels and stuff,
Oh, fair play. Man. Yeah, fair play. I love this thing. I really do. I really like it. So, Jules, I would like to send you the scale model supply, $250 Australian gift voucher. Scott over at SMS has supported the competition all the way from the beginning. His paint is unreal. It's beautiful, and he's incredibly generous and supportive. We'll get you guys in touch with each other to arrange for you to have your prize. And well done. Well earned. Moving forward. Even like the glass, just looking like muddy. Anyway, I'll move past it. I could talk about everybody's entry for days, to be honest. So next up,
Green
we've
on those
got
barrels.
Kenneth Smith. And again, I can kind of see, like, you know, the is it the Revenge of the Fallen?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Transformers.
Mhm.
I get that vibe, and I love that. I absolutely love Transformers. And you know, this sort of walk across the desert and finding a little bit of life. Great story. LED work within the face.
Yeah.
I would
Good
prefer
photos,
that
too.
he use a circular base for this instead.
A circular base.
Yes, I think it
Oh,
will
yeah.
add more impact on the whole presentation than the rectangular one.
Okay.
Yeah, I
There's a
agree.
lot of real estate there, right?
I just
It
think
kind
it's
of
really
bit-
nice. I think it's really well put together.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's everything fits so well. All these colors just work so well together. So well together.
Yeah. Exceptional photography. Everything's really clear, really well lit. It's really easy to
So-
see the mecha and every detail. It's really good.
So, what I'd like to give you, Kenneth, is the Scott Robertson Designs Volume 2 sketchbook signed by the man himself, Scott Robertson, which is an absolute mega prize. Scott is an incredible artist. I think we can all agree if you've seen his stuff. You know, his How to Draw books, and all his concept art. What a guy! So, congratulations, Kenneth. I think you will really appreciate that book. Great source of inspiration and design. Moving forward, a good friend. Where are you? Where are you? Sorry, I've kind of missed all the images out of your build, Kenneth. I do apologize. I keep looking at the clock, and then I remember that I've got to eat dinner soon, and my wife, or soon-to-be wife, is going to kill me. Right. Moving on. So this is from Kenny Dixon. This is 10. That's his entry. I always like Kenny's stuff because he combines. You know, he's got a really good talent for kit bashing things, and he always leaves it to the last minute. And I'm furious with him. I say to him, "Why have you left it like the last week of the competition? If you could just enter something from the beginning, I feel like he'd do really well because he's got a really good eye for things." So I love the simplicity of it, but I also love, you know, the design he's gone for. I like this blocky idea for a head rather than just having the generic, face.
Yeah, it doesn't need to have a head, right?
Hey, these things are mechs. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
You know? This thing as well at the back. I'm curious what this does, but it seems to fit so well. Just the shapes, you know, the shapes.
Yeah. Those rounds add, all that angular action with the round. You know, that's just good design.
So yeah, Kenny, if you're listening, enter. You know, get started in February when the competition starts, my friend. And actually, you know, you'll. Anyway, right, moving on. Lawrence Warner and his DR45P Mecha Fly, and this was entirely scratch built, and he did such a great job. Anybody want to comment on this beautiful thing?
Yeah, as a fan of non-human mechas, I really love this one. It caught my eye immediately. Also, the work in progress pictures and scratch building, all the wings and legs, and yeah, this one got my vote if I was a judge. Yeah, really cool.
I like
so
the paint.
sorry, go on, Brian.
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the list. Sorry. So, Lawrence, I'd like to give you or we would like to give you the complete Mecha Decal range set from Mecha Decals again. So all the sizes and all the colors. Because again, when I've looked at your work, I thought, a couple of decals on there would really help with scale. You know, give it a little bit more accent. So we'll get some decals sent out to you, my friend. And if you want to, sorry, Brian, I did interrupt you.
Oh, you're good. I was just gonna say that I like the paint. I love the shine, the sheen of the blue on that. I would consider like the sensor, the front sensor, just really, and the technical elements baked into the design, like the folding wings, the posability, especially for it being scratch built. It's really well done. I like that. Thumbs up.
Yeah, absolutely. So well done. Next up, nice little shot there as well. Next up, we have, I've completely lost track of where I am. Luke Worsfold and his Cat 4. And Luke has this ability to build something and then within a month decide that he doesn't like it and build something else. And that has been a trend, I think, in the group, where he will build something and then abandon it and build something else and then abandon it. So I'm really glad that he decided to take part this year. I like his crazy idea of like, this would haunt my nightmares. If this came out of like the trash, I would run a mile.
It reminds me of this old movie from the 80s, Hardware. If anyone's familiar with that.
I've never seen it.
It's really good. It's got a bunch of like sub-name actors, but it's about this like hunter-killer robot that kind of like puts itself back together. It's really crazy.
This sort of pose where it's it's leaning off to one side, it looks like it's just like a zombie of just like it's just come to life, and it's I don't know, it looks pretty crazy. I love it. So scary, what a scene. And what am I looking at? So Luke, we would like to send you the again from Samuel Decal, the 2x 450 millimeters hyper mega launchers. I kind of thought with your building style and the way you incorporate things, you might want 2 giant cannons. So we'll send you those. I'll get your details ASAP. Next up, I got a very interesting one, I think. So this is Marco Beringan, and this is called The Escape. This really caught my eye. This was really cool. What did you guys think?
I made a comment on this in the past about how I really appreciate this interpretation or this take on the approach of the mecha bursting out of the flat plane, almost like bas relief style. It is just really well done, and the photography also. I gotta keep talking about it.
Could be a movie poster. I thought it's the first thing I thought, kind of like a Netflix series or something.
It just tells a really good story, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And you want to know more.
Really dynamic, really cool.
I think potentially where this might not have got as much recognition is because there's not a great deal of mech. There's an arm, a head, and a torso, but the rest is this wonderfully created diorama. And that's nothing to knock it, because I want people to create and make whatever they want and what they enjoy. I'd love to have this thing on my shelf. But I think it was difficult probably for the judges when there's not a lot of mech to pick up on. What do you guys think, judges?
This is more of an art form, in my opinion. That's something that I would appreciate on my wall. One thing that I could, suggest to him is that he could have used the black acrylic so that it would be like a glass breaking instead of the flat matte black. So just for him to take some notes for future build. But this is a very interesting art form, in my opinion.
Sure.
So Kenneth says a diorama prize. I haven't really given away a diorama prize, but not this year. Maybe next. Right, moving forward. Where did we get to? Mario. Here we go. Mario Mascaranas with the Seer. I was getting really sort of Mathis vibes with this. I loved it. That was cool. It's got that kind of clunky, graffiti-ish esque style of something with. It's incredible how people are able to inject personality in just what looks like just random shapes. You know what I mean? It's
I like
great.
all those stickers at the back, all the decals that he put in it. It just break the whole concept, adding some dynamics on it.
Absolutely.
I don't know if any of you've seen the old animation Metropolis. It kind of gives me vibes of like like one of the mechs from like the Undercity or something like that. That's kind of been half put back together and makes some cute noises and has the blank expression on its face.
It looks like it's swearing at you in Italian.
I was just wondering, is this plastic or is this real metal?
Yeah.
I just could not tell.
I'm pretty sure it's plastic. That's a spoon right there, as like the shin.
Yeah.
So when I got this, I put it into the whoops, I'm clicking on everything. I put it into the main division, but seeing sort of the knees and the spoons, perhaps Maybe this should have gone into the Cup, but I think I've been quite diligent with entries. I think I've been on it, I guess. Mario can tell me if I put it in the wrong division. If I did, I apologize. So moving on, we've got Nino C. Talastasan, sorry, Tabzor Artifacts, he's better known as. Look at this monster. So this is Kalasag, is what he's called, this thing. But wow.
Wow is right.
Wow is right. What a beast. And I'd be interested to see what I don't mean to put you on the spot, Chris and Angelo, but I want to know your thoughts on this, because every time I see Tabzor Artifacts' work, I always think this is in the top 5. But then obviously this time he isn't, and I'm like, why?
So, in my opinion, it will be the same on the other model, the one
GNs.
that is OLED. So a little
GNs.
bit of contrast, accent colors that would separate the armors to the internal parts would make it pop. So that is one thing that is missing, or I would say not enough for this build, and also on the LED one, just a separation of colors for the internals and for the armors.
Yeah, I think it's also lacking a little bit of focus. Like, you know, the details on this are crazy, they're insane, but there are a lot of them, and you know, everywhere you look there's like a detail and a little bit of separation, that where, you know, you've got a little bit more blocky armor, you know, for example on the hips or on the arms, just to help you break up what things are. And again, you know, as he says, like the colors is very similar to that of Gian's, where it's mostly one color, so it's hard to separate what's what. You know, when you build something like this, you should really try to guide the person looking at it as to what you should be looking at. Help them kind of understand your vision. And with this one, it's just kind of like, I'm going to build this now. I'm going to put this here. You look at it. You interpret what you think what it is. And I think that was more of a detriment than a benefit. So, yeah, a little bit more focus would have been great.
Another input, unless he's looking to a more cyberpunk concept, wherein, you know, these are just junk parts that he put together and he just play can the whole thing. Adding some decals, like, you know, graffiti style decals and stickers, would add some accent to it, just to break the whole color concept. But overall, all the details, you know, really well put together. Really
Yeah,
appreciate,
crazy.
you know, the mechanicals that he did, the spring loaded mechanism. Everything is well put. It's just that, you know, it lacks some certain accent just to make it pop.
Thank you so much. That is incredibly valuable feedback, and genuinely, I wish we could do this for every entry, but then we would be here for probably 5 hours. So thank you so much, guys. That is excellent, and I'm glad you touched on color, because the prize I'd like to give to this guy is a cash voucher for Armored Komodo Heavy Industries of $150. So that's $150 worth of paint to help you, you know, move past perhaps 1 or 2 colors. So yeah, I think again, congratulations, well deserved. And moving on. Next up, we've got Peter Fotti, who is no stranger to the O.M.C. and a wonderful builder. And absolutely, he's a gent. He's a lovely guy. He's always in the Discord. He's always encouraging people. His work is incredibly inspiring, and I think he is wicked. And this is his entry, Onion Head. And I love this thing. It kind like, to me, it's sort of, I'd imagine it coming up from the sea, you know? But I'll let you guys say what you think.
I want to see more biomechs in the O.M.C. I want more of this. I want more musculature, more, you know, mishmash of metal and muscle. You know, bring it on. Show us what you've
absolutely.
got. Yeah,
absolutely. This is really good. The paint on this is really, really. It's fun. It's consistent throughout the whole piece. It like tells the scale a little bit in regard to the way that it's applied, but it also has its own like vibe for like in world. Like I don't know, it's consistent throughout, and I really feel like I would love to own this. Honestly, this is really really awesome.
What Peter does every year is he creates these things that's like, if you look, just look, I'm trying to get a picture where it's like side on, but he's done it really well. Like how heavy this must be, and how top heavy, and how like well he's rooted this into the base, because his entry last year had problems with stability, and I feel like he just keeps pushing that over and over again, which is really cool to see. And I completely agree about the biomech side of things. You know, organic material comes together so well. So for Peter, I would like to send you from Display the multi-angle sanding slider, which is absolutely awesome. I have one of those, and the STA 3.0 single-bladed nippers. So they come as like a bundle, and that will help, you know, hopefully with building. But it doesn't look like you need any help at all. So yeah, congratulations, my friend, and well done. And by the way, the entries that we're all talking about now, it's not to say that judges didn't vote for the entries we're talking about now. It's just the winners are just in the top 5. So some of these entries did get voted for by the judges, but it just didn't quite make the top 5. So
I'm just glad this one is won something at least.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Me too. And that's what we try to do. So the prizes, we always have more prizes than the division winners, and we will try our best to give as many prizes to as many people as we can. Ideally, everyone to me is a winner, and I would love to give prizes to everybody. But we do recognize the hard work and dedication that people put into work. So anyway, moving forward, Roberto Castellini, and this is his Sleipnir. I hope I said that right. And again, another cool functional mech with an original take. This is cool. I like this when we start to introduce these elements to get scale and what these things might be used for. What do you guys think?
I think it has great rendering. And again, you know, the fact that he added the forklift was a good indication of scale. I thought personally that it would have been better if it was in terms of scale bigger. Just because it kind of has that look of, okay, well, this thing looks like a gigantic, massive thing. I think it had great color, great vibe. The base was a nice touch. The base was a little bit out of place, but other than that, man, like, yeah, great work.
It's funny when you see real world objects next to these things, and you kind of like, to me, I didn't realize it was this small. And then you see it next to a phone, you're like, oh, it's actually quite small.
Yeah,
love it. So well done, Roberto. Thank you for taking part, my friend. Yes, somebody say my name.
No, I said yeah, right. It's just looking at my phone and seeing how size. That's
yeah, exactly. That's what I was just thinking. Oh, it's actually quite small. Actually, Roberto, push it next year. And if this is that small, why don't you make a huge, a diorama of loads of these cool mechs? That would be something like a sight to behold. Imagine that scene of all these things. That would be so good. Next up, we've got Robin Hilltrop with his Scorpion, aptly named, I think. And I like this. I think this is cool. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, aside from it being a quad mech, the integration of what looks to be like armor components, like, you know, military modeling, bashing into, you know, which is good. It's good to use all forms, and it's a really well assembled grouping of different elements that go together, you know, really well, especially with the way that the camouflage is applied to it, and just like the simple touches of the panel washing. Stuff like that. I feel like it's a good execution of what the builder's design was, and I look forward to see what they do next year.
I love this thing, and I would like to. So I'd like to give Robin a prize from K Scale Models. It sounds a bit mysterious, this prize, because it's a 3D printed supplies or model, which sounds a bit wishy-washy, but it's more of a kind of bespoke. I'll get you in touch with K-scale models, and you can decide what you want. Do you want some 3D printed accessories for your desk, or would you like one of his models that he's created? So it's kind of, I think it's quite a unique prize, but difficult to put into words. So I'll get that arranged at some point. I will do my best. Next up, Roborovsky and his jackhammer, and this guy's building is so cool. Like his process and scratch building is really nice. It's so good. That's sort of Mech Warrior vibes to me. I don't know about you guys.
You took the words right out of my mouth, John. I was about to say that.
Sorry.
No, it's perfect. Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah, I love it. And again, see, I wish we could share all the work in progress, but we're here all day. And if anybody's wondering how long we've got left of this, I reckon maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And then we've pretty much covered all the entries, so we're nearly there. And again, I've tried to fit this prize to what I'm seeing. So the last, not the last prize, but the last one from Samuel Decal, another set of the 450mm Hyper Mega launchers. So 2 of those. I just thought that might go really well with your next build. 2 giant cannons, and of course you can chop those up and do what you want with them. So again, well done, Roborovsky, and we'll make sure we get those to you ASAP. Next up, where are we on the list? Stanislaw Kazaneke with his heavy assault robot salamander. And when I first saw this, I was getting vibes from a previous entry, and I've completely gone blank now. Jack, you'll have to help. He's like one of my favorite builders as well, from the UK. Somebody in the chat surely knows. I don't know why I've forgotten Jack's surname. Somebody talk about this entry while I go back through.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen the post on this, but like from concept to execution, just very consistent. Brilliant rendering, really great color scheme. The lettering and the numberings and all that stuff. Like, those are hand painted. Those are not decals. Fantastic. And this is a really good example of kind of the photography that we tend to look for, especially when judging, because it shows you very clearly, kind of the work put in, a very neutral background. It helps you kind of really focus in on the build itself, and nothing else is distracting. Yeah, just great build, great build.
Thank you. And it was Jack Ransom. Because the colors remind me of his entry Pinky and that sort of style, and just like you said about the concept to execution, excellent. And Daytona's commenting on the shoulder design. That is very unique in itself. Awesome.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out where they look familiar. I'm trying to figure out where I know them from.
This,
the joint. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. I feel like I know it from somewhere.
I'm sure you do. Yeah, very good. Moving on. We've got Tobias Hutton and his heavy metal Gibson Strato Sniper Mecha. I really love this. Am I going to read your mind again, Brian? Let me try. Mad Max?
Yeah, man. Doof Warrior all the way.
Yeah.
that's the guy that plays the guitar. Yeah.
Love it. I remember Tobias's entry from last year, and it was really unique in its style and execution. And again, same again. Love it. Absolutely love it. Really love this. Absolutely love this. This staircase to absolute chaos.
It's perfect with like the it's like a concert, right? So the rig, the stage stairs, and they have like the black fabric on the side to make sure that it's so good.
Wait a minute, is this mech smoking? Like
smoking oh man,
propellant tank.
Yeah, propellant tanker. Yeah,
I love it. It's so cool. Like I would love to see Tobias's display case, because I imagine it would be full of absolute gems of like ingenuity. Incredible. Moving on to Travis Spelly with his Aruru, and I want to get there. We go. I wanted to get to this image. So I really liked this idea of this, this in my head. I appreciate if these are legs, but this sort of floating again, going back to some organic introduction of some organic materials. This whole thing makes me think of like a dream catcher. I just love the ideas and this, you know, just the positions of stuff and this pilot that's sort of here. You know, this is all really normally we're used to seeing pilots that are contained within a mech and protected, but this is really exposed. I just really like this. I don't know about you guys. What do you guys think?
So there's a saying I've kind of gone by whenever I look at art, right? Good art makes you appreciate it. Great art makes you think. And this is one of those pieces where it makes you think like, okay, well, what's that all about? What's that all about? Like it allows you to interpret something else through your own interpretation, not through the artists. And this is a really good example. Yeah, just fantastic work, man.
I hate how good you are with words.
There's this French film called Blood Machines. That's very. I feel like this could be out of that. Sorry, Chris, I interrupted you. Okay. Yeah, you guys check that out. Blood Machines. It's pretty awesome. It's on Shudder.
Blood Machine. I'm on it. So we would like to give Travis a €15 €15 voucher to Green Stuff World. Again, I will try to get in touch with you ASAP to get these things sent out. Next up, we have no stranger to the O.M.C, Victor Alam, and here's the Vulture. I'll move forward to this image. I think that's a really good image of what we're looking at. Again, I know I kind of say this a lot, and I apologize, but like Transformer vibes. I kind of see this thing turning into a plane.
If I'm not mistaken, it looks like, is that one of the first times? This is one of the first years we've had so many quote unquote standard models incorporated into the Mecha this year, right? We've seen like the Toyota truck or whatever it was, then we've had we had tank elements in another one, and here we have airplane aviation elements. It's pretty rad.
I love it. I really love that idea of taking these other model kits and just bringing them into this sci-fi mech universe.
Yeah, man, because it's all just parts, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's familiar with Industrial Mechanica.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But it reminded me also a little bit of those. Cool with the wings folding out.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice.
Really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that being said, Victor's work is when I see his work in progress, it always really inspires me. Because he's always got like a really clear goal of what he's doing, and I think he keeps in mind the purpose of what he's making, the functionality, and the aesthetics all in one. So I would like to give you the prize from Scott Robertson, the Drive sketchbook signed by Scott, along with his Scott Robertson Designs Volume 2 sketchbook, again signed by Scott. So that's 2 books signed by Scott Robertson. We will get those to you, Victor. Well done. Congratulations on winning those. And the final entry for the main division is by William Paghini, and it's his Getter Tank Prototype 01. And this thing looks like it's hit the gym. It looks ready for war. Mm-hmm. Don't you think?
It's like if you took Onslaught from Transformers and Gunbuster and put them all together.
Yeah. It looks great. It looks like it's ready for battle. I think it looks badass. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really does have that. It look like a war machine. Like built for battle. I like the tank treads too. Once again.
Yes.
Across those genres.
Yeah, crossing genres. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of just loads of cannons and ammunition everywhere and just weapons. I'm a big fan of that. So I think it's really cool.
Yeah, the fact that it has treads where it is means it has a second form, and I'd really like to see the second form. So, William, let us know if there is a second form in this thing.
I bet there is, and I would not want to meet it. Well done, William. Thank you for entering. That is all the entries, the remaining entries for the main division. We've exceeded the amount of time I hoped for. I do apologize, but yeah, we've made it to the 2-hour mark quite neatly, I think. And thank you to everybody who's been talking in the chat. Apologies if I've not really spoken back to you. You know, like Hasaki Art, Roadrunner, Kenneth, all these familiar names. I'm very happy to see, and I hope you're all well. Thank you to everybody that's been part of the live stream team, giving up your time. I really do appreciate it, and for all your contributions into the competition. If anybody's got any closing words, because I can hear the oven beeping, which means my dinner is probably burning.
Copy.
So, anybody want to say anything before the house
congratulations?
burns down?
Yeah, just congratulations to everybody. Great work. Very inspiring. Hopefully we can strive to do better as well. So, great stuff.
Great. I look forward to next year.
Congrats, everyone. Thank you for having me to be part of the judges for this year. Really great work, great stuff for everyone. So congrats again.
Glad to be a sidekick. Thanks, everybody.
Cup. Don't forget that.
Yeah, of course.
Congrats, everybody. See you next year.
Looking forward to next year.
Always in the shadows, aren't you?
Yeah.
I will say this now. I'm not going to end on a downer, but every year there comes this point where it's really difficult to know if the competition can survive and move on because of financial things, time, and everything else. And there's always this worry that we're going to hit a wall where the competition is getting too big, and we are a small knit team of people who do this because we are very passionate about it. And again, the judges have given up their time, energy, and expertise for nothing, which is extremely generous. So it's difficult. And again, I don't want to yam it in your faces, but if anybody wants to sign up to the Patreon, that would be really wonderful, just for £1 a month, just to help fund this thing and keep it on its feet, because it's difficult to keep it going.
And for the rest of Europe, it's just €2. €2 a month. It's just 1 cup of coffee, so should be no problem for anybody.
Yeah,
Sign
like
up.
I said, this is not like some scheme to make money. It's genuinely all money goes into the competition. Nothing goes into my pocket. And me and Brian and everybody else who gets involved, we usually spend more than anything that comes in. So but it's a worthy cause. And just one last thing before I leave. There might be a slight delay in emailing people and getting things shipped out and information being exchanged, because I hate to mention it again, I'm going to be getting married in 2 weeks, so that's kind of taken over my life. And
Congrats.
Thank you.
Why would you hate to mention that? It's a wonderful thing to celebrate, man. And we want to give you time.
I don't hate to mention that, but I hate to I've mentioned it so many times when I've apologized to everyone on the team and you guys when I'm not doing anything. I feel like once the wedding's out of the way,
you're alive now, right?
Go out of the way.
Your wife better not be watching this. Out of the
It
way.
will never go out of the way.
Out the door.
Believe me, she is extremely supportive. So she's all about the competition, and I probably won't get things sent out as well quickly as I want to. So apologies if you don't feel like it's coming, but it will. If this competition has been running for 5 years, and the prizes are always delivered and sent out. It might just take a little while, but they will get to you. I promise. It's not a scam. It does happen. And thank you so much to everybody, and thank you for watching. And these guys, and more power to you all. Love you all.
Awesome. And with that, we want to say thank you again to everyone out there in the chat and to everyone that participates. And we will see you guys, if not before, next year. Thank you for joining us. Have a good afternoon, evening.
Cheers,
morning.
everybody.
Good night.
Bye, everybody. And thank you for the congratulations in the chat. Thank you.
Bye.